All right, everybody, welcome to today's video. Today we're gonna tear apart the top end of the engine and take off the turbo. At least gonna do that in this video, if not more, depends on how much footage I get and how long it takes me. So I have injectors, intake. I have to do all the plumbing for the injectors, a bunch of wiring for the new ECU. I'm using a twin turbo legacy ECU that's been modified to run a newer style temperature map sensor, and turbo obviously, and yeah, a couple other things, but for the most part pretty cut and dry. Just got to take some stuff off, put some stuff on. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, I gotta take off my my hood struts. They don't allow the hood to open enough for all the work I'm doing. Since my life is perpetually in disarray, I had to go find a 10 mil wrench because I can't find my 10 deep socket. I'm sure it's just in the car somewhere. Okay. So take the intercooler off, disconnect the throttle cable, unplug a bunch of stuff. And then I need to put some rags in the intake, in the heads, so that nothing gets inside the engine. So it might be a few days without intake on it. I still gotta like clean it up and a bunch of other shit, so. Come on. I'm gonna bring you guys in a bit better. it's got wires connected to the bottom of it. Of course it does. Been a while since I took off a stock intake. Zip ties. Of course. There we go. Stock intake officially out. Wow, everything actually looks really good. The valves look fucking phenomenal. The gaskets even came off without much mess left behind. So it looks like I've lost the audio here. What we're looking at is the valves, and it looks like everything's in pretty good condition. Definitely quite a bit of coolant and other dirt and garbage down here, so I'll have to clean that up before I continue on. Looking on both sides, you can see the valves are carbon-free and look pretty good. So now all we have to do is clean up the wiring and clean up everything around here and continue with taking off the turbo. All right, so it is a bit wet today, a little bit of drizzle, but it's currently not raining. So I'm going to try and take off my turbo. Once I have the turbo off, it's just going to be cleaning stuff up and kind of putting stuff back on. So, last big thing of removal.
Minutes later.
There it is. Whew. Okay. One gently abused turbo. I'll have to look into it and make sure it's still all good, but seems good. Sure hope I have some more gaskets. Okay. Ooh. So, there's the up pipe and the down pipe. There's the oil drain. This right here is the oil feed. I believe my new turbo has everything to replace most of the lines. I'll have to double check. And I'll also have to get that little piece of fluff out of the up pipe before I put a new turbo on there. That's it for today. If it keeps raining, it might take me a week or two to finish this, but I'll keep it all in one video for you guys. So, tomorrow. Now, this is my old turbo I just took off the car. The one that made all those whooshy noises in my last video. And if you look real close, the fins look like there's chunks out of them. So that definitely couldn't have been helping the car make power. I'm doing the last polish on my intake, and I figured I'd do a quick comparison to show what the differences are. First off, I cut a lot of these extra mounts off. Because I'm going coil on plug, I don't need the distributor on the top. So, all these little nubs, all four of these, the one back here, these two big guys, that one, some on the other side as well, just cut them all off. There's these little things that are left over from casting. Well, this one's a mount, but I cut that off too. Just kind of cleared it all off. There's all these casting marks on this and a couple of the nubs on the bottom. They were in the way of my bigger turbo inlet, so I cut those ones off. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Just cut off a bunch of stuff, and then also on this one you can see there's a port and a little flat spot here. I ground that all off because this is where my sensor goes for the temperature map sensor. It goes right into the intake manifold, so that one is good. I'm just gonna give it its final polish before I install it, or before I finish the final installation. I was vacuuming out the top of my engine, just, you know, cleaning stuff up. I had dropped a tiny bit of this old deteriorated hose covering stuff down there. And when I started vacuuming, I noticed well, that's not good. So I don't know exactly why my up pipe destroyed itself, but it looks like I need a new one of those. It was brand new like 6 months ago. I would badmouth the company, but I don't know who made it. I bought it off somebody, so that sucks. I guess I'll have to put a new up pipe in before I put my turbo in, which means I need to find somebody with an up pipe locally that will fit my application. I got the AN fittings on, really tight space, and I ended up, mauling one up, but that's what I get. My first time using them, so oh well. This one will be going to the fuel filter, which I'm thinking I'm gonna hide right down there. Not 100% yet, but it looks like a good spot. I don't know where else I would put it. And then the fuel pressure regulator will be here and go, this is the return, so go right up into the return. I am just about to start with the spark plugs, and they are right there. So yeah, got my new turbo oil feed onto the block. I had to take the up pipe hardware that holds the up pipe up to the top, take all that off. I'll have to go underneath and undo the bolts underneath as well. Yeah, the up pipe is completely boned. Let's see. There it is. Anyway, boned. I am headed tomorrow to go to Boost Barn and pick up a up pipe and a turbo inlet and a couple of AN fittings that I need, and then I'll see what I can get done. Hopefully I won't be down for too much longer. I want to maybe get the new ECU in next week, or hopefully this weekend. Basically today all I did was add the AN hardline adapters over there. Decided I was going to put the fuel filter on the rail down there. The fuel pressure regulator, I actually took the old bracket that held the fuel filter and modified it, bent it, and drilled some holes and shaped it the exact way to fit the fuel pressure regulator. I actually saw Schmedia put his there, so works out pretty good. The fittings should have more than enough room to come down, clear off of that. And I need to go pick up my up pipe tomorrow. I'm headed over to Boost Barn. They have up pipe in stock, and they have turbo inlet pipe, which mine is a little rough, so get a new one of those. Yeah, so things are going good. Still gotta pull those spark plug wires, do the plugs on that side, coil packs, plug it all in. Right here is the as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are going to correspond to cylinders 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then those wires go all the way in there. Last year, or I guess 2 years ago now, I did the wiring for this in expectation that I would have had this done last year. But the wires ran all the way down to the ECU. I need to repin the ECU with, there's 4 wires there, and then another 4 wires for my T-map. But then I should be able to just plug it all in, put the intake on, and start it up. So we're getting there.
12 seconds later.
What I will likely do is end the video here. It's a good as place as any to end this video. It's already going to be longer than I want. The next video will be putting all the new stuff on. So I'll put the intake manifold, all the hoses and everything. It'll be good. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Check you guys later. Peace. That took me no time at all. Maybe 10 minutes. Kind of lucky I already had everything apart. But the reason I had to switch out up pipes is because of this. That shouldn't be on the inside. As a matter of fact, there shouldn't be anything on the inside. Can I get it better this side? Kinda. Kinda not really. Destroyed.